rocket like rocket fuel.
Yeah. How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I'm made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting up. Never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots.
And, Coach, we find ourselves due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Washington Redskins. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
Ready, ready! 70, Indy!
I don't even know why his team showed up.
Hey, two!
56!
First carry now for Jordan Howard. And right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Trying the right side with Howard. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Two-jet bombers, two-jet bombers. Hey, team 6, team 6.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. And Howard stops short. He didn't get there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 22. On 1st down, it's Haskins. And that'll be incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Slam, slam, slam.
First carry for Darius Geis. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down.
Watch the slants. Watch the slant. Check the.
Third down. Here's Haskins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. And let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people. He's got a man, complete. A gain of 32 that time.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Go.
55.
On first down, they run with Howard. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They go counter with Howard and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Hey, exit.
Mike, 55. Check 55, Mike.
So don't say nothing.
Five.
From the gun on third down, Locke. And that's complete. It's Watson. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 32-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Locke now on first down. He completes this to Sutton. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 23 yards, the final tally.
At the 9-yard line.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
Hey, echo.
55. Right there, remember, 55. Hey, defense, let's go.
Ready?
On 1st and goal, Howard. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Jordan Howard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now, this is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really...
Haskins hit, and he lost the football. But the Redskins look to get this one back, and indeed they did. It's still Washington football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
Washington Redskins, first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Broncos 7, Redskins nothing.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Take 4, take 4.
Get him on. West. Check 52's to Mike. Put it ready.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18.
Redskins, first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On the ready.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 41.
Watch the safety creep.
They'll run with Geis. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get there.
2nd down, Haskins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will... Get the football back.
These guys take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the...
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. To throw it is Locke. Now he's forced out left. And they'll get him down here at the 23. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable third down. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on third down, makes it manageable now.
He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
65.
They'll run on first down. It's Howard. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they'd love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested because you know the big guys up front. That's what they do. They try and move people. But when you get your perimeter guys involved downfield, that means that they care about the running game, and they know it helps their team.
Out. 61, matchbox lights. Lead grip.
Lock now on first down. Going up top. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 35. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Hey. You got three. Three down. Hatchet.
80 weapon.
Throwing on first down is Locke. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. He's going to fire one. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Let's go now.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Go, go.
Block again here on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat able to record his 5th sack of the season. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Set, ready? 70, Indy.
You got nothing to that. You got nothing.
Hey, Alpha. 5.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. Eluding the pressure right. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 36-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, here's Haskins. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on the 9. Here we go. Watch 7.
Now Haskins on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Here's Haskins. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Hey, look, 48. Look, hey, we don't like the 48 right now. Let's go. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You bet you.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Bud Dupree. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
His guys take over first and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
Ready, ready.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 20-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Yo! Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. Get ready, get ready, get ready.
From the gun, it's Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. 22 yards there, a first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Here we go. Check 2 running.
He don't know no better. Check 9, check 9.
Let's go.
He gets it to Sims, complete. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. So, Mike 51. Mike 51. Stop your whining.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Haskins. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining.
Here I come again. Here I come again.
From midfield now, Haskins. Open man is Sims. He's got it. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. Haskins and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Let's get off the field.
Now a toss. This is Geis. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check your hot read.
Haskins will throw. Open man is Quinn. He completes it. It'll be a 3-yard gain. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, Hal.
48 to Mike. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. Mike, 48. Mike, swing.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down.
Sets up 4th down.
Now Mason Crosby on for the field goal. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This one taken from the 7. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Coaching spill. Hey, Haywood.
I'm coming. Mark 55. Mark 55.
Ready?
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. Well, he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Redskins touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
The Broncos take over.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Locke trying again after the pick six. This is the tight end fan. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. And that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
On first down, it's Howard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. On second and 12, Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Throwing on third and long. Locke. Well, the pressure gets to him again. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
First down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Haskins looking to throw on first down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be second and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Following the penalty, it's Geis. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. The Redskins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Switch.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. Throw left side complete. It's Love. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 44-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Haskins now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. On first down, it's Haskins. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. 7 yards on the play, and it's a second down.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot.
Geis with a carry on second down. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Play action. Haskins. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Maybe an important 4th quarter miss as this stays a 3-point game.
Yeah, now overtime is very much in the equation here. Just what you mentioned, a 3-point game. They get a drive, put it through the posts. We could have some free football, couldn't we?
Lock going to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But
and down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Montez Sweat, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
On the double.
Right there in the middle, 55. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it.
Throwing on second down. Lock. They'll set up the screen to Howard. Got some real estate inside the 30. And down to the 28-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Now Lock. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
X3, 218, chop. Hey, wahoo. 5.
Running from the gun with Howard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Locke. Buying time to his left. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. He's at the 50, the 30, 10. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Redskins touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Back to throw. Locke. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off with great anticipation. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Geis. Gary and Conley, the one to bring him down. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. This is Geis, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
2 yards. It's 3rd and 9.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Push him back.
Shotgun handoff now to Geis. Now Geis stripped. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch time, watch time. Tie it rope.
Following the fumble recovery, it's locked. And Watson has it right side. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And a nice gain at 21 yards. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Lock now, 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. Now Lock. And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Hey, keep it up, keep it up. Watch safety creep, watch safety creeping.
On 1st down, this is Geis. So hail to the Redskins as they get the victory here. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for Washington, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Denver, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals.